There are lots of creative people that are also empathic and they don't even know it. Because a lot of the time, creative people grew up as sensitive kids. Maybe we were sensitive to the people around us, to the things going on. And there are experts like Gabor Mate who write books on how children deal with pain and trauma. And one of the things that he talked about was that there's a real connection with being a sensitive kid and turning into a creative person, an artist, and somebody that would be considered an empath. And if you grew up kind of sensitive and you were labeled sensitive by other people around you, but also you felt like you were more in tune with other things going on than other people, chances are you might be an empath. Yo, my name is Roger, and I make content to empower creative people and also empaths and artists alike. And today I want to break down this really short 3-question empath test coming from Dr. Judith Orloff, who wrote the Empath Survival Guide. Because if you were like me growing up, you really never felt like you were a part of the group. You kind of felt like you were on the outside a little bit, and you were sensitive to everyone's expressions, their facial expressions, their gestures. You're trying to figure out what was going on, and that hypervigilance made you extra sensitive to your environment and to the people around you. And growing up, I just felt like I was weird, like I was just a weirdo. But now that I've understood what it means to be an empath, I'm actually able to live more comfortably and with more awareness to what things I can handle and things that might be tougher for me to handle. So having this awareness to know if you're an empath is very key. Now, the first question is if you prefer to be one-on-one with somebody or if you prefer to be in a crowd. When you are in a social interaction, do you prefer to be among a group of people, or do you prefer to just be there with someone else and to be present? Something that's a real sign of an empath and an empathic person is getting overstimulated when there's lots of things going on. When there's too much to focus on, it can be really hard to feel comfortable in those kinds of situations. The second question is, do you need alone time to recharge? When you are in a crowd or an environment like that, do you feel like you spend your energy there, and in order to actually get your energy back, you need some time alone? This is a really strong sign of an empath. Empaths need time by themselves because extroverted people and introverted people can both be empaths. But the real quality of an empath is to have alone time and to also really cherish their alone time, because it does build them back up. It builds their energy back up. The last question here is, do you feel like you are extra sensitive to smells and noise? That is a real sign of an empath, to be hyper vigilant. I know one of my superpowers as somebody that's allergic to peanuts is I can smell peanuts if it's in the room. I can smell peanuts on somebody if they ate it an hour ago, 3 hours ago, whatever. I can still smell it there. There was something that I grew up with to have this hypervigilance, and that really made me tune to other people in a different way. It made me feel like I needed to be extra sensitive and aware of my surroundings in order to feel safe. And this is kind of how empaths can also overlap with people that are on the spectrum or people that have PTSD. That hypervigilance and that being in survival mode a little bit in order to be aware of everything going on is a really core principle of being an empath. And this is why it's really important to know if you are someone like this, because you're not crazy. You're not some out there weirdo. You're just a specific type of person that if you become aware to this, you can actually start living a more empowered life. Because being an empath can be like having superpowers if you're able to use them properly. But if you're not aware of these behavior patterns, you can very easily fall victim to narcissistic or toxic types of people. And you'll also drive yourself crazy because you will just feel like, why am I not social? Why am I not comfortable in these situations that other people are? It's really simple. You might be an empath and you might feel things more than other people feel things. I know lots of times when I would go to like horror movies, scary movies with a girlfriend or with a group of friends, like I could look around and tell that my friends are having fun watching this scary movie, whereas I'm in a full-fledged panic because I am worried for that person in there. I have inserted myself into their situation. I'm walking in their shoes and I feel their terror. Also, when I was a kid, I remember watching a Snuggle commercial for the fabric softener and seeing that teddy bear. And for some reason, that teddy bear was so cute, it made me cry. I was really, really young, and I always remember that because I felt so weird in that moment. But anyway, let me know in a comment below, is this clarifying your concept of an empath? What are your results? Do you feel like you are an empath? And do you agree that it might be a superpower if you can have a hold on it and have an understanding of it? But if this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And also be sure to check out this video up here. This is the #1 tool that empaths need to have when you're going about your day. This is something that I think is so vital for empathic people to learn about. And also up here, this is my playlist on empath empowerment. So if you are an empath, you're gonna wanna watch some of these videos in order to empower yourself and step into your power as a sensitive person. So I'll see you in those videos and stay creative.